So I don't know if love at first sight is the best way to describe Val Smith's first impression of Swarthmore, but I know it was something close to that, and it was certainly an overwhelming first impression. And it didn't take long for this feeling to become mutual. In fact, over time it became increasingly clear to the Presidential Search Committee that Val was not just the best, but the perfect choice to lead Swarthmore into an exciting and highly ambitious future. So I'm going to go through a little bit of background on Val, and I hope you haven't read your programs and listened to too closely to what you've heard before, because I think we need to get it on the record. As was mentioned earlier, she is the child of two educators, and I'd like to follow President Simmons in welcoming Val's mother and father and the rest of her family. Stand up, please. There they are. Without you, this day would be impossible. Many other members of Val's family are here, as well as friends, colleagues, former students, and mentors in higher education. Given that Val's mother was a public school teacher and her father a professor, it's no surprise to hear that early on Val became a very voracious reader and learner. I can tell you from firsthand experience, she hasn't slowed down the slightest bit. After graduating from Bates with her Phi Beta Kappa, Val went on to earn master's and PhD degrees from the University of Virginia. As others have shared so eloquently, her scholarship has focused on African American literature and culture. She's written 3 books, edited or co-edited 7 others, and authored numerous articles and essays. Val began her career at Princeton in 1980 as an instructor in English and Afro-American studies, received tenure in 1986. From 89 to 2001, she taught English at UCLA and served for part of her time there as chair of the Interdepartmental Program in African American Studies. Val returned to Princeton in 2001 as the Woodrow Wilson Professor of Literature and the Professor of English and African American Studies, and became the founding director of the Center for African American Studies. This center functions as a distinctive and innovative model for research and teaching about African-descended people in the US and around the world. In 2011, Val was appointed Dean of the College at Princeton, where she was the senior officer responsible for the entire undergraduate academic program. And I'm very happy to say that guests from each of Val's former institutions, Bates, UVA, UCLA, and Princeton, have joined us today to celebrate with their close friend and former colleague. Although she spent her entire career so far at major research universities, Val has always loved the classroom, and in all her posts, she's been a highly respected and much-loved award-winning teacher. She's made it a priority to encourage not only her students, but her younger colleagues to do their best work. She's challenged them to stretch, to reach higher and pursue career paths and opportunities they perhaps feared were beyond their ability to grasp. Through her teaching and mentoring, Val's contributed to the diversification of the academy and of other professions. Val believes in and confirms absolutely the power of a liberal arts education and of the freeing power of knowledge. Knowledge which is essential to participatory democracy and a vibrant, caring, creative, compassionate culture. Knowledge that because it creates opportunity should be open and accessible to everyone. While serving as dean at Princeton, Val chaired a committee that studied the academic and cultural experience of low-income and first-generation students there, leading to several new curricular and programmatic initiatives. She brings to Swarthmore not only this knowledge and experience, but all of the commitments, values, and priorities they represent, and that we at Swarthmore fully share. So Val has jumped into life at Swarthmore with both feet, bringing a joyous energy that we all find contagious. She provides us with a daily, living example of the power of our Quaker values, of listening, respecting the individual, valuing alternative points of view, working towards consensus, and understanding that those with whom we disagree still deserve our friendship and consideration. Friends, I take great personal pleasure and a profound sense of pride in presenting to you the 15th president of Swarthmore College, Valerie Smith.